So, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The remaining 2 games for both the Bucs and Falcons as we try to figure out who's going to take this NFC South title. Falcons now hold the division lead despite the identical records because they won both meetings against Tampa this season. So I said the Falcons have the tiebreaker. Did you see enough from Michael Penix Jr. to say, yeah, this guy can actually take him to the postseason?
I didn't. Not saying he can't, but and it's funny, Jay, because this is kind of where my head went. I thought he had a very good day. I thought he had a very efficient day. The interception, completely not his fault. It was a drop by Kyle Pitts. Even the numbers, kind of the incompletions, there's 2 or 3 drops in there, which would have shot his passer rating up. So I sit here and say, hey, he looked very solid. Was he super flashy? Was it jump off? I did think his arm strength showed up. But here's a kind of a strange one that I thought would occur more is you're playing the New York Giants, which at this point, I'm not sure this Giants team would do well in the college football playoffs. They are terrible on both sides of the ball. Your defense got you 14 points today, so that's not Penix's fault, But it kind of created this environment for him where it was very comfortable to play. You had a big lead early on. The Giants weren't moving the ball, and your run game was cooking. And I get he did throw 27 passes, but if I'm the Atlanta Falcons, even when I'm up 20, I'm probably sitting here and really throwing the football. And why? I get the run game was working, and I totally understand that. But you're not playing the New York Giants next week. And as much as it looks great, and it could be, because you bench Kirk Cousins also beats the New York Giants today.
Right.
Maybe not as pretty. Even if he threw a pick, if you give Kirk Cousins 14 points against the New York Giants, he's still winning this game. Maybe it's a different score. But my point here is I was a little surprised in the fourth quarter. There was a lot of handoffs, even at the end of the third. We're handing the ball if we're getting this win, and I get that. But to me, it should have been let's put as much pressure on Penix as we can, sling the ball around, see what he likes, get him more comfortable, because we're going to need this guy next week against the Commanders. And if that goes well, we're going to need him in a home playoff game. I do not see this team, again, if they beat the Commanders, losing Week 18, and now all of a sudden they have the tiebreaker, they're going to host somebody, probably an NFC North team, and they're going to need Penix to sit here and ball if they want to win that game. So I was a bit surprised, not from his standpoint, but from the coaches, that they weren't hey, yes, we're up. Let's put this kid under the gun. Let's put pressure on him because we got to get him as experienced as we can if we're planning on riding him into the playoffs.
Suddenly I'm all excited about a Michael Penix, Jaden Daniels game next week.
It's got the makings to be an electric matchup.
I'm also pretty excited about this one because the Monday Nighter to conclude Week 16, Jordan Love and the Packers, massive 14.5-point favorites. We should say because Derek Carr is ruled out of this game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a gross game.
Green Bay clinches a playoff berth with a win or a tie.
Yeah,
seems unlikely they won't get.
I would be shocked. I would be absolutely shocked if that doesn't happen.
Well, we'll find out how shocked Luke might be after the game. He's going to join me.